I was already interested also thoroughly speaking about the Czech Republic. First of all, I have to say that I'm not so competent in Czech, that in English, no in Czech, and so I know partly read my notes, and so I apologize for this. When we were thinking about which document to take for the comparison, we decided to take one that is the most similar, like professional standard or something like this. And we take a qualification standard, Career Guidance Counselor, that is officially published online at the National Qualification Framework. And the document, as I said, is a qualification standard, and it is used within the professional qualification examination, and it is used both by the candidate and both by the examiner. For the candidate, there are all topics that will be examined or evaluated to the knowledge or the competencies during the examination. And for the examiner, it's a mandatory structure of the examination. No. And as also it took like the reference document till the framework for career professional. I wonder how many people are used to or see some big parts of the Atlas.ti or the scientific software. Did you have? Yes, okay. Because there is probably which to explain that these self-funded values on the lines are number of occurrences of text segmented of the text detected by some call, and these calls put together in 24 thematic groups, like you see here. So the blue line is the finished document that contains the numbers of this segmented, coded segments of text, which are in Atlas.ti code quotation. So it's not a quotation. And we see that the finished document is very much concerned with concept, professionality in consent and facilitating, and many guidance theories and research. And it is sustained by the Hungarian protocol. We see a lot of pics that are in the Czech qualification standard bigger than in the Finnish one. The Finnish is very well balanced, unless we didn't find these three thematic groups, which are a support of a job search process, use diagnostics in career guidance, and career group guidance. The Czechs in the peaks are in five. You can see in five thematic groups, which are use of diagnostics, communication with clients, support on client decision making, provision of career information, orientation in national career guidance system, which are very practical thematic groups. And we can also see that the Czech document is weaker then the Finnish in 6 thematic groups. We can also see that there are some thematic groups where the Czech and Finnish document the same occurrences of quotations, but this also doesn't mean that the thematic groups are really the same in their notion and in quota. And I don't know. But I used to be. So then I was argument comparing each of the parts of the Finnish and the Czech documents. The Finnish document has 3 sections, and this first is about professionality. You see that there are quite big differences in notion of the individual sections. I don't know if I read all this book from my kopáji, jak se řeknu? That's what is the the first the person of the differences about the theory section as ethical competencies. But ethical competencies are very services for the kinds only the counseling process, but Finnish documents ethic goes with the professional identity. Is the included the professional work in the content of the professions. Another differences about the digital competency in the Finnish documents is the include the continual professional development, but in the Czech documents it's the use new technologies, but only some use computer and some information portal and so on, but no include in the professional development. Yes, I would like to concentrate also on reflective competency. This set of competencies in AR and the Finnish model, considering like as a mode of thinking and a tool of professional development. But in the Czech model, this focuses more on qualitative self-control than the reflection of its own work. Yeah. The set of competencies related to communication in the interaction is in the Finnish model understood as an ethical and relational process. Unlike of this, the Czech model works with a wide repertoire of communication methods used to different client groups, which is in the Finnish model not so, because it is interpreted in the Finnish model really like ethical and relational process. And I would like to talk about summaries about theory and research. So in the Czech documents, only knowledge about this theory. Yeah, and it is because of we speak about the Czech, which is a qualification standard really looking for the examination process. And research, no body for the use for the exam. But Finnish documents is self-evaluation tools, and these tools integrated the understood the theories and use research as base of practice. And this Wi-Fi, because the Czech document is used for exam, Finnish as a self-evaluation tools. Yes. So the second section is called Counter, and it has three set of competencies. The first one is guidance is related to guidance as a process, and encourages counselors to build their own model of good and reflective guidance from entry to outcome as a series of reflective decisions. The Czech model likes this approach and focuses on practical issues of the counseling process and outlines a specific repertoire of methods, which is, of course, in the Finnish not included. The next set of competencies concern with guidance and learning theories. We see that the learning theories and the methodologies and the theories like that across are mentioning across all the sections. And in this sense, we had here the guidance and learning theories. And the theories are intended to lead to interpretation of client behavior, but in the Czech model only understood the assessment, understood the work of assessment and diagnostic and interpreter with research and the basic theories. And the third section is called systemic competencies. And the first set of competencies concerned with lifelong guidance that is based on the counselor's social mission and building and coordinating the ecosystem of education and guidance. But on the other hand, the Czech standard requires the candidate to be able to explain the concept of lifelong guidance and illustrate its benefit for clients. Let's just go teach. No? Okay. So to conclude, you can say we compare the Czech and the Finnish documents, then you can say that the Finnish document is from our point of view totalitarian. It is systematic, balanced, and reflective, emphasizing committee, autonomy, and ethics. While the Czech model is really practice-oriented, focusing on proper service delivery and stressing method of direct work with clients. We see some strong points in the Finnish model. They notice the set of competencies related to ethical, standard theoretical literacy, which is very important for us. Who include this also in our other standard reflection, evaluation, and evidence-based practice. The first strength of the Czech model is set of competencies related to communication, client decision support, provision of career information, use of diagnostics, and client assessment. We do not see many weaknesses in the Finnish model. Compared to Czech model, the lack of the competencies related to interaction with the client in job search, which is totally missing there. Use of diagnostics, which we don't know why in the Finnish model, this part, which is in the Czech model, very stress, are not included, and do cancellation. we have time, but I think that's very similar to all others. In purpose in our country is diagnostic. It's traditional for the psychology, traditional career guides, and finished now it does so attached. On the other hand, the Czech model can take some input, some information and because it is limited in competencies related to ethics, theories, reflection, command and principles, service quality assurance, and use of digital tools. So thank you and very, very well done.